Hey, how's it going? Welcome to News Act, Wednesday 17th November 2021. We're looking at the papers. First up, New York Times picture from the Poland Belarus border. Over here, inflation line go up. Down here, Sleepy Joe and Z had a Zoom call yesterday. Down here, people not on a Zoom call. Back at the office, haha. USA Today, critical race theory, shite. Kyle Rittenhouse, infrastructure bill. Wall Street Journal, Afghanistan, inflation line go up. Down here, Iran boosts nuclear effort. Diplomats say, whoa, time to get spooky. Iran has 0 nuclear weapons. The US has 4,600. National Post from Canada, crazy flooding in British Columbia. They're worried now because some of the key ports for trade, including the Port of Vancouver, are completely cut off from the rest of Canada by road and rail. Grandma from Cuba, down here, this headline says, they tried to isolate Cuba and provoke the opposite. That's talking about sanctions. Underneath that quote from Fidel, we do not command the people, we obey the people. Yes, thank you, Fidel. South Africa, true crime, coalition outbursts as tension mounts. Is talking about trying to form coalition governments in various cities, including Johannesburg. Jerusalem Post, Turkish minister calls Israeli couple spies. Good stuff, that's going well. Tehran Times, Iran and Russia eye comprehensive cooperation. Good stuff, love to see Iran getting on with the new superpowers. US inflation underneath that. The Hindu, true crime, something about the Indian Air Force getting new jets. The Australian, something about religious discrimination bill, that young lad who went missing. High-tech race to combat China, okay, still beating the drums of war for the upcoming war with China, whatever that is. Global Times from China, there's Z and Sleepy Joe on a Zoom call yesterday. I guess Z told him, lay off Taiwan, that type of thing. Irish Times, Belarus border crisis, restrictions coming back in Ireland, midnight curfew for hospitality, all the nightclubs have to close at midnight and return to work from home in case they had a run of about 3 weeks of it, I think, where clubs were open, so hope you all enjoyed it. UK Arms Firm Fund does Dublin Housing Deal. It's talking about the pension fund of the British arms manufacturer BAE Systems. Going to start renting out houses to pay the pension, so good to know you can still support the British arms industry by staying at home in the comfort of your own home. Irish Examiner, lockdowns may be coming back, true crime, drugs seized at ports could be just 5 to 10% of total. Yeah, I hope so. People need those drugs. Irish Daily Mail, slimming, jabs, true crime. Financial Times, Greece renews marbles plea. The Elgin marbles, which are named after the scumbag who stole them, Lord Thomas Elgin, took them from Greece and then sold them to the British Museum. Greece have asked nicely for them back. Could they have them back, please? Because they own them. Boris Johnson said that's a matter for the museum. But the thing is, in 1986, Boris Johnson was massively in favour of handing them back when he was chair of the Oxford Union or whatever poxy school he was at. He even invited a minister to speak on the topic, so we'll see how it goes. I imagine they're not going anywhere too soon. Washington and Beijing agree to hold talks on nuclear arsenals, presumably about bumping their nuclear arsenals. I doubt they're going to dump all the weapons in the sea. Down here, gas prices climb as Germany defers approval of Kremlin-backed pipeline. This is the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. It's just been tripped up on a regulatory hurdle. They haven't transferred all the assets to the German subsidiary yet, but it's causing gas futures to double in price, up 200% for next month. So, Guardian, Michael Gove drawn into this Tory sleaze scandal. The Tories gave out £5 billion in contracts during COVID with basically no tender process of any kind. This particular case, they're talking about here, Michael Gove got £3,000 apparently from this guy, but the guy got in return £164 million contract, so not really very good value for money, is it? Down here, this guy was given evidence to MPs yesterday about how cricket is institutionally racist. Over on the right here, questions over Prince Andrew's £1.5 million loan. Well. His Royal Highness the Duke of York, Earl of Inverness, Baron Killyleagh, Andrew Albert Christian Edward Mountbatten Windsor. It's been a while since he was on the front pages for anything other than his relationship with paedophile billionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein, RIP. But finally, he's up there for something else. He took out a £1.5 million loan from a bank, which was founded by a man called David Rowland, and he just paid back the loan from, and the loan has been extended. They recently gave him over £250,000. So the Times, bomber tried to game the system by claiming he was Christian. This talking about the refugee guy who blew himself up outside the hospital in Liverpool the other day. A lot of stuff coming out. People are saying he went and converted to Christianity, but he wasn't really a Christian. I mean, I don't know how they're meant to know that, and they're kind of digging into the church saying they shouldn't be helping refugees to do this. But I mean, if you have an asylum claim and you're really worried about being deported to Syria or Lebanon or wherever it is, Jordan, then you'd do anything it takes, wouldn't you? You might convert to being a Christian. I'd probably strip myself naked in the middle of Westminster and sing God Save the Queen if I thought I wouldn't get deported back to some country where I'm going to be shot in the head, Anyway, underneath that, more royals. It says here, the Queen Rania of Jordan. She's not the Queen, she's the Queen Consort, so I wish to get it right. And the woman beside her is, of course, the future Queen Consort of England, wife of Prince Charles, who's the brother of Prince Andrew. Still wanted for question regarding his relationship with people billionaire finds here. Jeffrey Epstein, RIP. Independent 4 stories on top. Politics, work, Afghanistan, something about a new album by a famous musician. Here's that guy talking about cricket racism. Daily Telegraph, church under fire for helping asylum seekers game the system. Okay, yes, the church's fault, I guess. Daily Express, Tory donor paid off Andrew's £1.5 million loan. Still wanted for question regarding his relationship with people billionaire finds here. Jeffrey Epstein, RIP. Bomber abused broken asylum system apparently because he could appeal his case. God forbid that people would be given human rights and the right to appeal. Daily Mirror, Cricket racism, celeb stuff, tax haven banker pays off Andy's loan. That's Randy Andrew, the spare heir, Duke of York, still wanted for question regarding relationship. People billionaire finds Jeffrey Epstein RV. Daily Mail, that's Handy Andy. There he is again, Randy Andy, very young, dashing photo of him. Really, still wanted for question regarding relationship. People billionaire finds Jeffrey Epstein RV. Down here, they're drawing it together here. Look at this. In France, 100 more risk lives cross the channel. There's migrants crossing the channel, and on the inside, the guy did the Liverpool bombing. So clearly drawing the line here. Look, we're letting all these people in, and eventually they're going to bomb us, even though they cannot find a motive for what this guy did. There's no clear motive. He just blew himself up. So who knows, you know. The Metro, celeb stuff, cricket racism. Daily Star, don't know what this is about, pirates or something. Down here, Boris Johnson's dad has been Me Too'd. He groped a bunch of women. He's a scumbag. Who would have thought it? Anyway, Julian Assange is still in jail in the maximum security Belmarsh prison without fair trial or due process. If you're going to stay off state, corporate, any other shite media for the day, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.